You're in the middle of a conversation. Someone asks you something simple, and then nothing. The word was right there. You could almost feel it, the shape of it, the first letter maybe, but the actual word? Gone. And then, 10 minutes later, in the middle of doing something completely unrelated, there it is. You didn't try. You didn't search. It just showed up. So here's the question no one really asks. Where exactly did it go? Most people think forgetting works like deleting a file. The memory exists. You stop needing it. Your brain throws it in the trash. Gone. That's the model we've all grown up with, and it is almost entirely wrong. Here's what neuroscientists actually found when they started looking closely at what forgetting is. In the vast majority of cases, the memory isn't deleted. It's just unreachable. Think of it like a city where someone removed the road signs. The location still exists. You just can't find the path to it anymore. The technical term for this is a retrieval failure. And the fact that it has a name, that scientists gave it a name, tells you something important. It happens constantly, to everyone. And it's not a glitch. It's how memory was designed. To understand why memories disappear and come back, you first need to understand how they're stored in the first place. And the answer is strange. Your brain doesn't store a memory in one place. When you experience something, say, drinking your morning coffee, your brain immediately fractures that experience into pieces and scatters them across different regions. The smell goes to one area, the visual goes to another. The emotion attached to it, the comfort, the routine, goes somewhere else entirely. A memory isn't a single thing stored in a single drawer. It's a network. Hundreds of neurons spread across your brain, all holding one small piece. And when they all fire together at the same time, you remember. This is called a memory engram. And here's where it gets interesting. When you forget something, what's usually happened is that one of those connecting threads has weakened. The fragments are still there, intact, but the path that calls them all together at once, that has degraded. The memory is like a song where someone muted all the instruments. The notes still exist. You just can't hear the music anymore. Now, here's the part that's actually been studied in labs. What happens in your brain at the exact second the memory returns? It turns out, it almost never comes back because you tried harder to remember. It comes back because of something completely unrelated. A smell, a song playing in the background, the texture of something you touch, the way light falls through a window. These aren't random. Your brain is running a constant, unconscious pattern matching process. Your hippocampus, a small curved structure buried deep in your brain, is always comparing incoming sensory information against your stored memory fragments. When it finds a match, even a partial one, it sends an activation signal across the network. The fragments start firing, and then all at once, the whole network fires simultaneously. And that moment, is what you experience as the memory coming back. It's not magic. It's your brain completing a pattern it started unconsciously, without telling you. And the reason it feels so satisfying? Your brain releases a small hit of dopamine the moment retrieval succeeds. You literally get a tiny chemical reward for remembering. Which is why, even if the thing you remembered is completely meaningless, it still feels weirdly good. Now, here is the part that should genuinely unsettle you a little. That memory you just recovered? It's not the same memory you stored. Every time your brain retrieves a memory, it doesn't just play it back like a recording. It rebuilds it. From those scattered fragments, your hippocampus reconstructs the experience in real time. And in doing so, it's vulnerable to influence, from your current mood, from new information you've learned since, from the simple act of remembering it before. This process is called memory reconsolidation. Scientists discovered this in a landmark experiment where they gave people a memory, let them retrieve it, and then introduced slightly false information during the retrieval window. Participants incorporated the false information into the memory and genuinely believed it was always there. Which means, every time you remember something, you are rewriting it slightly. Your most vivid childhood memories, your version of an important conversation, the details of something you'd swear you'll never forget. Every recall is also an edit. You are not replaying a video, you are retelling a story. And like any story told many times, it drifts. So the next time a word escapes you, or you can't remember where you put something, or a memory suddenly surfaces out of nowhere while you're in the shower, know this. Your brain wasn't broken, it was searching. And somewhere in the background, without asking your permission, without making any noise, it found it. If this made you think differently about your own memory, your brain is already filing it away, probably in a place it'll find when you least expect it.